Welcome back, everyone. I am Francoise Rhodes of Traveling with Francoise. And we are still here, believe it or not. I am in studio here in Palm Desert on Coachella Valley TV. That's going to be our new name. So anyway, again, this is a travel portion of the show. And for those of you where we kind of had just a minor glitch in the beginning, we will get that show posted along with the winner of the Joshua Tree Music Festival, which we did pull that winner's name. And they are going to be really excited about this. So lots happening in the world of travel, but I'm trying to do a couple things here. I love reading your comments. I'm looking for this feed, and once I find it, I want to open it up so I can actually see your comments. So Sean is back there behind the board. So Sean, I should be seeing this pretty soon here. I should be seeing us. And there I am right there. So I want to open this so I can actually see what you have to say out there. So we want to say hi, Gary. Gary Schwartz is there. Michael and Raffini says he is with me. So hey, Michael, everybody, lots of stuff going on out there in the world of travel. Plus being able to talk to you, I also have some admission tickets to the Living Desert. We have a contest going on for that. And it's a real simple one. The question is, and we answered this in the first live What's Happening in Coachella Valley, and you have a chance to win tickets to the Living Desert as well. And it is 2 admission tickets. And the question is, what animal have you seen in the wild that you never thought you'd see? It's pretty simple. What animal have you seen in the wild that you never thought you'd see? So for me, it was a bald eagle. I heard all about them. I, for some reason, never thought I would see one. You'd think I would pick a bear or something, and for some reason, I feel like I'm going to see one. But it was the bald eagle, and I saw so many of them up in Alaska. I took a couple cruises up there, and they're very spectacular. So what animal have you seen in the wild that you never thought you'd see? Just make a comment on it with this show in the comment section, and I will go through and I will pick a winner at some point. Sometime this week, before next week's show. Let's do it that way. And speaking of winners, last week's winner of the Johnny Costa's Restaurante $25 gift certificate was Melissa Lerma in Cathedral City. So hi, Melissa. Now, I do have the Facebook page up, so if you make some comments, I'm going to glance down so I can answer them or chat with you. And in the first live show, we had people from Kansas, Ohio, Scotland, Washington, Olympia. We had people from all over watching the show, so I'd love to have you here on the travel portion. And we are going to have one of our Facebook followers, Graham. He'll be coming in from Scotland to hang out here in the Coachella Valley, and he's going to be on Traveling with Francoise in October, which is just right around the corner. It's so quick. All right, so let's talk some travel news. I do not have a guest today. I am waiting where you have to test some phone equipment afterwards. I just want to be upfront and honest with you because this is all, as we grow, everything grows with us, and I need to get those phone interviews in place, and we have a board now that's called the Roadmaster or something. I don't know. It has a lot of buttons on it. In fact, it has applause and has applause. Yeah, push the applause. So once I get these callers know how to do it, I'm going to also have call-in guests. But I do have some guests planned to come into the studio as well. It's just these last couple of weeks I decided to do it solo. That's all right. It's a little bit shorter of a show, but that's okay. We are still here. All right, travel news. Thomas Cook Travel. Were you involved with that big mess? How could this happen when travel is at a all-time high? It made no sense. The collapse of Thomas Cook was one of the most high-profile company failures in the history of the travel industry. I want to say hi to Kimmy Sue, of course, Graham Chappelle. He's looking forward to seeing us here, and he wants us to hold that lovely weather for him. And Graham actually was part of this Thomas Cook mess back there. And so they're saying, the analysts are saying, how could this happen? Well, what they're really narrowing it down to is owning an airline is completely different than owning a travel agency. And I mean humongous travel agency. But they say having an airline, that's completely different. And that is basically one of the main reasons it brought Thomas Cook down. They said Brettix had something to do with that as well. Going on, but what the analysts are saying now that they're really digging into this, they say again they think it was that they might not have had the savvy of what it's like to actually own a airline. So anyway, a lot of travelers were out there. You saw the news. You saw them standing at the airports were packed with people at the Thomas Cook in their I'm getting, in their area there, in their check-in. Yeah. What is that word I want? You know what I'm saying over there? Terminal. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Kind of went right over my head. So in the terminal, all standing there and figuring out what going to do. They say the savvy travelers right away started booking other flights and jumped right on it. Some of the people were waiting, hoping that it would change, but it did not change. It just got worse, and that was it. They had no flights. But other airlines jumped in and tried to save the day and help, but again, the fallout is going to be very significant for quite a while because of the Thomas Cook meltdown. So I hope all of you out there, you did not have any problems with that. So, okay, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping you didn't have any issues and weren't involved in that. All right. Are we getting some static on our? Yeah. Okay. No, we're not. Oh, okay. Because mine. Who knows? I kind of stopped here. There we go. Getting a little jumping around on there, but maybe it'll come back. We're working on all this Wi-Fi stuff. You never know what is going to happen. So we'll see. We'll keep working on it though until we have it. Have it where we want. Oh, there we are. Now we're back on. Okay. I'm checking this because I really like answering your. Okay. All right. We did this last week too. I get it. I don't know, folks. I try. I'm trying to do 20 things at once, but anyway, it's all right. All right. Hawaiian Airlines will launch its version of basic economy fares on October 21st. The low-cost fare class called Main Cabin Basic will debut on flights between Honolulu and Los Angeles, Long Beach and San Jose. Now, their Main Cabin Basic ticket holders will not be able to select a seat until check-in. You won't be able to have the option to upgrade, and you won't be able to make changes. Main cabin basic flyers will also typically board the aircraft last. However, they will be able to bring one standard carry-on bag as well as one personal item onto the aircraft, just like standard economy class ticket holders. So definitely there are some changes there, but again, they're trying something new called Main Cabin Basic Ticket Holders. So we'll see how that works. All right, Delta ends bans on emotional support animals on long flights, but keeps pit bull bans up. So they are allowing people on Delta to bring your emotional support animals with you, but everything but pit bulls. So sorry for all of you that own pit bulls out there. Federal investigators say some safety inspectors who helped set pilot training standards for the Boeing 737 MAX were unqualified, and this was in the news. This was all over the news. They say the FAA seemed to mislead Congress about their ability to be able to fly this aircraft, and that's very alarming. If you saw the news, they said that so many bells and whistles and alarms were going off that the pilots were confused when all this was happening. They did not have this kind of training in the pods that they use, the training pods, and they had not experienced this. They didn't know what to do, and sadly, very sad outcome. So we will see now what happens with the 737 MAX, but they will get back in the air, but with changes to them, and I think pilot training. They need to take those pilots back to the training, department and see what's wrong and see what they don't know and put them in more stressful situations to see how they handle it. So we will see when that changes. Carnival Corp, they're building private destinations on the Grand Bahama. The Grand Bahama project is intended primarily for Carnival Cruise Line and will be its first dedicated private destination in the Bahamas. And I'm seeing this more and more with cruise lines. They are buying up islands and making these islands dedicated for their passengers. Really interesting. So when you go on a cruise with them, part of it will be that you get to go spend a day on a private island off of the ship. So again, travel's at an all-time high. Cruising is at an all-time high, and they're trying to come up with something different to get you, the traveler out there, to want to use their lines. And maybe a private island just might be the ticket for you. All right, other news out there, the North American Airport Satisfaction Study that measures overall traveler satisfaction with mega, large, and medium North American airports by examining 6 factors in order of importance: the terminal facilities, the airport accessibilities, baggage claim, security check, check-in baggage check, food, beverage, and retail. Mega airports are those having 33 million or more passengers per year. Large airports are 10 to 32.9 million passengers per year. And medium airports have 4.5 to 9.9 million passengers per year. All right, the winner of the mega airport is a Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport. Ranks the highest in passenger satisfaction with a score of 786. Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport ranked second with 779. Las Vegas McCarran International Airport was third with 777, and these are all a point system. And Orlando International Airport was tied with McCarran. So for the mega airports, we have Detroit, Minneapolis, and Las Vegas. For the large airports, Portland, Oregon International ranked highest among all of those with a score of 833. Dallas Love Field ranked second, and Tampa International Airport ranked third, and they were all in the 800 mark, so that's even better than the mega airports. And for the medium airports, Indianapolis International Airport ranks highest among medium with a score of 833. Jacksonville International came in second, and Buffalo Niagara International Airport came in third. I did not see Palm Springs anywhere. And I think we're considered small. I don't think we'd even be considered medium. But I don't know. What does it say here? Medium is 10 to 32.9 million. And I thought we had 12 or so million passengers pass through last year. No, medium is actually 4.5 to 9.9 million passengers. I'm sure we had that amount pass through. So maybe I can find out where Palm Springs ranks on the airport satisfaction list. Also in the news, hotels turn to robots to do back-of-the-house chores. Yes, according to Easy Bar Beverage Management Systems, a cocktail poured by a robot is not only made much faster than one mixed by a human bartender, it also tastes better, is what they're saying. How would you feel if a robot was there? You know, they're trying to get robots to clean the rooms and check people in, and I think the check-in, I'm sure people are fine with bypassing check-in and doing everything online or with the tablet right there on the counter when they come in. But I don't know if dealing with a robot is what people really want when it comes down to it, but they are getting robots to do more and more. They say while automation has slowly been creeping into the hospitality space for some time, the industry is currently experiencing an acute labor shortage, which is inspiring them to produce these robots. They say introduction of robots for chores ranging from housekeeping to room service deliveries is in our horizon. So I guess, do you ask them questions? Do they talk to us? If we ask for extra towels or something, do they look at you, or are they set to where they won't give you anything extra, just what's the norm? I don't know. I haven't run into a robot yet. So when I do, I'm definitely going to take pictures and I will tell you about it. But our world is changing, but not as fast as we thought. Remember when we thought that Amazon was going to be dropping pizzas all over the place with their delivery? I mean, Sean's working the board there. Sean, a lot of the earpiece, remember when the earpiece too, everybody was going to wear earpiece in their phone, as a phone in their ear. That didn't pan out. Yeah, and I think... Yeah, don't you think Amazon will at some point have a delivery with drones? But
the problem is the weight. You can have some delivery,
right.
But it's going to be a ballpoint pen.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be too heavy.
Exactly, unless they have gigantic airplane-sized drones out there. Yeah, so I know. It's just, so I'm not too worried about it. The robots are going to be expensive to make, so we will see how fast that goes. All right, in news of some of the other things that we're doing, I want to give you a heads up on the Borrego Springs Resort and Spa. Borrego Days is coming up October 18th through the 20th. Book your room at the Borrego Springs Resort and Spa. They have the golf course there, Arches Restaurant. They have the spa. I love it there. Been talking about them for years. They do such a good job, and they do have some specials going on, so check it out. Dana Wharf Whale Watching, want to give them a heads up. They have the whales. They just saw a whole pod of killer whales with their babies about 2 weeks ago. So they're still spotting a lot of whales out there. There's always dolphins, and they do have a guarantee that if you don't see any life out there, that you get a refund. But you will see some wildlife out there in the ocean. They know how to find it because they've been They were the founders of whale watching here on the West Coast. And I am escorting the tour coming up to Arizona, Utah, and Nevada with ACT Tours, just one of the many tours that ACT has going on, and they have their 2020 brochure out now. Some of the folks just got back from Copper Canyon. I posted on their Facebook page, ACT Tours, tours.com. Go check that out. And you'll see I want to do that Copper Canyon trip. I want to do that. But this one, we are going to go to Flagstaff, and we're going to be in Lake Powell. We're going to go to the Grand Canyon. There's going to be a hot air balloon regatta while we're in Arizona. Then we're going to spend one night in Las Vegas, and back home it is 4 nights, 5 days. And this starts on Halloween, actually, October 31st. Through November 4th. The cost per person is $595, and that includes all of that and your room and the bus. Can't beat it. And I'll be escorting. So book your reservations now. I know last time I talked to them, there was only 6 seats left on the bus, and we have a big bus going. So if you want to go, you want to call ACT Tours at 760-322-1247. And I'm sure you've seen their information slide across the bottom there. They also have their New Year's trip to Iceland for $19.95, includes airfare from San Francisco. This is going to be a phenomenal trip as well to see the Northern Lights at Reykjavik in Iceland. So I would like to go on this trip, but I can't go on them all. I have work to do. And also, I just wanted to bring up a little bit. We're talking about some travel news, things going on. We do have a contest right now for you to win passes to the Living Desert. That's 2 of them. The question is, and you can make it in the comments as you listen to this show, is what animal have you seen in the wild that you never thought you'd see? And again, I said mine was bald eagles. So, and Sean's was a peacock. Yeah. Philip wants to see coyotes, and like I say, Borrego Springs, they have a lot of coyotes out there, especially in the morning and in the evening. You'll see them wandering out there on the golf courses looking for maybe happy hour or something, something out there. Yeah, with the with the rabbits, little bunnies. Anyway, so send me a comment. Tell me what that animal is, and you will be entered to win. As Melissa did last week, she won a $25 gift certificate to Johnny Costa's Restaurante. Oktoberfest is here. I was very confused about this. The name says Oktoberfest. So don't you think it'd be in October? Well, I mean, really? Oktoberfest? It should be, yes. But this year marks the 182nd Oktoberfest, which runs right now, September 19th through October 4th. So we have missed half of it already because people keep thinking that it's going to be in October. I know Big Bear has some big Oktoberfest celebrations going on. A lot of places are having their celebrations in October, but actually it started in September on September 19th. Oktoberfest is the world's largest Volksfest, held annually in Munich, Bavaria, Germany. It is a 16 to 18-day folk festival running from mid to late September to the first Sunday in October, with more than 6 million people from around the world who go to Bavaria there, Munich, to be part of Oktoberfest. And why do they call it Oktoberfest? Because, let's see, the last day of the festival is always on the first Sunday of October. In October of 1810, the Bavarian Crown Prince Ludwig married Prince Teresa of Saxony, Hildburghausen, and the locals celebrated in Munich. So it's all about love, all about love. It is the largest beer drinking festival in the world. Once it did not even include beer when it first started. In the early days, beer was only served outside the fairgrounds, but it didn't take long to incorporate kegs into the celebration. Now more than 7.5 million liters are consumed each year. That's a lot of beer. And beware of beer corpses. Where there's a 16-day-long beer festival, they say, when someone passes out from too many beers, the locals call them Bierleichens or beer corpses. Beware, they're apparently everywhere. So, there's so many stories that we could say about that one.
I'm from Portland. I've always been around beer corpses.
Yeah. Oh, really? So they're all passed out and just laying around from beer? I mean, I don't know. But I guess you drink too much of anything, it could get to you. Gingerbread cookies complete with sweet messages made of icing and shaped like hearts are festival staples. They even come with ribbons so your sweetheart can wear it with pride. Cookies and someone you love complete the Oktoberfest diet. So remember that. There's a lot more to Oktoberfest than drinking beer, but it says here 510,000 is the number of whole roast chickens eaten, and this is at the Oktober Festival in Munich. That's 510,000 whole chickens, 60,000 plus sausages, and 59,000 plus pork knuckles. The pork knuckles. The economic impact of Oktoberfest in Munich is, hold on to your seats, $1.43 billion. $billion. So Oktoberfest is a big thing. And like I say, we've already missed half of it, but don't worry. October is right around the corner. So there's definitely time for us to celebrate. Okay, finally today, like I say, today we're just kind of hitting you up with the travel news, letting you know what's going on. I want you to go to Traveling with Francoise, the website, and we'll get all these shows posted on there. We do have our videocast page where you can watch past shows. I have my television page on there, contest page on there. So I always want you to go to travelingwithfrancoise.com to find everything that's going on. Also make sure you visit the nonprofit, which is the umbrella of all of this, Artifacts and Arts Across America. In fact, with Artifacts and Arts Across America, we just filmed our 18th episode about the Palm Springs Art Museum, which we filmed on Friday, cameraman Steve and I. Now he is in the process of the production work, and when that show is ready to air on television, I'll make sure that you all know about it. But again, our 18th episode, I'm really excited. I started this television show on kind of pushed by friends, and they said, do it, you'll be great. I love doing it. I love the production process. It's but it all costs money, and that's why we founded the nonprofit Artifacts and Arts Across America. So while you are visiting Traveling with Francoise, please check that out, and if you would like to donate, I would certainly appreciate it. So until next time, we will be back at 11 a.m. for live What's Happening Coachella Valley, and then I'll follow you up here with Traveling with Francoise. So have a great week. Send me your emails, your comments, join the contest, enter the free contest on the website, and remember, it's never too late to get a life. See you next time. Bye.